Hey there. Okay, question for today. How many of you use visualization as a technique to further your creations and what you want to create in your life? The answer for most people is probably not that much. For some people it feels a little woo-woo, it feels a little out there. I'm here today to tell you that visualization is a fabulous exercise to bring into your life. So what is visualization? It doesn't have to be in some temple cross-legged doing some kind of practice with incense. That's not what it's about at all. It's about really visualizing something that you want to create. So let's use this. Here is a purple flower. I love this kind of flower. And let's say I was going to visualize this. I would go into every aspect of it. So I would go into how it feels. I would go into what I see, all the little nuances and details. I would go, how does it smell? How does it feel in my hands? Anything and everything, every little detail of an experience with all of my senses. So the same, even if you're not wanting to create a purple flower, the same goes for anything that you're trying to create. So let's say, for example, you really with all your heart want to buy a new home, or you want a new space to be living in, then go into that. What does it look like? If it's something that you want to imagine, say perhaps you're sitting outside of a new home looking at it, what does it look like? What does the wood or the stone feel like when you touch it, depending on what you want it to be made of? What does the sun look like going off of the windows? What does the mailbox or the doormat look like, But not just how it looks. I mean, what does it feel like to sit outside of something that is now your home, that you call yours, that you have created, that you have worked so hard for? What does that feel like? What are the emotions with that? The joy, the overwhelming sense of creating something of such magnitude that you can't even believe it. The happiness, the excitement. Maybe even a little bit of the apprehension of, oh my gosh, and now I own a home. Maybe it's something to do with your body. Maybe it's that, gosh, I really want to be able to run a 5K. All right, go into the 5K. What does that feel like? What does it look like? How do your muscles feel? What does it smell like? What does your sweat smell like? The salt taste like? I mean, every little detail. It doesn't matter. The purpose of this is to what I call anchor you into the experience. And the more anchored you are into the experience, the more you get your brain on board. And you've heard me say this so many times, how we think is so powerful, and how we think is actually, really how we create. And so if there's something in the back of your brain that's saying, yeah, running that 5K would be wonderful, or that new home, I would really like that, but it's not going to happen. If your heart is not on board, it's not going to happen, because you're actually trying to create from a place of doubt, and we cannot ever create from a place of doubt. So anchoring yourself in gets your mind on board. Your mind starts to get excited. Your mind starts to say, well, you know what, gosh, maybe that is possible. And then all of a sudden you get creative, and you start to, get resourceful, and you start, really taking the next action steps. It's incredibly motivating. It creates momentum, and it creates excitement. Anchoring is a really powerful tool. So, go into a space of visualization, and make it delicious. Make it like whatever your best, your favorite food is. Like, experiencing every bite of that food is the same for visualization. Experience every nuance of this visualization. Experience that. Feel it. It's so important to feel what it will feel like. We cannot create unless we have that. So, in coaching, I do this with my clients a lot. I really have them just go crazy. What is this experience that you want so bad that maybe you don't believe can happen? Well, let's start looking at it. That's visualization. You need to start looking at it and experiencing